All right, Daniel's here right now. Daniel, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. So everyone's online. It looks like there's a little bit over 160 people right now that joined.
Well,
Can you hear me?
hello?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it looks like 162 people are online. Everyone from international to here in Oklahoma to Texas. I saw Iowa, Washington, Hawaii. There's several people from around the world that's watching right now. They want to hear from you. So let's start this off, Daniel. What would you like to say to people that are joining in right now?
I'd like to just start off by thanking everyone again. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting my family. Thank you for believing in my innocence. And thank you for showing that loving support. That support is what gives me a lot of fight throughout each day to keep trucking along. And in prison, it's rough. That's probably understanding. But it's definitely helps me keep moving along each day. So thank you, everyone, and hope everyone has a blessed and happy New Year.
Okay. So some of the questions that I've kind of put together before your call, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to answer those for everyone. Now that 2019 has just started, what are you most hopeful for in this new year?
I think this coming year is going to be really big for my case. I think a lot of things are going to unfold. I'm looking forward to, hopefully, in the early part of the year for the evidentiary hearing. I think a lot of people don't know about the evidence in my case, and hopefully that is granted and I get that awarded evidentiary hearing, so therefore I can expose it. And I think by then, media, local media, especially in Oklahoma City, will have to report it. And so I'm looking forward to that. I think a lot of things will open from that. I think it will possibly give me that retrial or possibly even charges dropped. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the continuous growth in my supporters, almost reaching over 30,000 plus. So I think that we definitely could, hit the 150,000 mark this coming year. So that's kind of my goal in that. And but I'm really excited about this year coming up.
And right now, what are the biggest things that keep your hopes alive?
First is probably, the biggest thing is I'm innocent. The second part would probably be God. I'm not really trying to get too biblical or really in the Christian world, but I'm a firm believer in God, and I believe that I was put in this position for a reason. And that's something I didn't really want to hear when this all happened, this nightmare happened, is people would all relate it to me all the time and say, well, things happen for a reason. And, it really kind of would frustrate me to hear that. But kind of just a short story about my life is a lot of things I've never been given to. I've always had to face adverse times, overcome obstacles, and nothing was ever given to me. So I think this is the biggest test that God's putting me through. Like I said, I've been through those small runs and small tests that I've overcame. A lot of doubters that doubted me, and I've overcame and passed their expectations. So I think this is the biggest test that God's put me through. And same thing like with all the other obstacles I'm going to overcome, and I'm going to win.
And let's see. How do you feel about getting the 28,000 signatures? You just said that you want this year for 2019 to reach the goal of 150,000 signatures. I think that's something that's definitely doable.
That's just a huge blessing by itself, just to say that. To come to this point with supporters like that around the world is a blessing. I keep saying this probably every update, but to start where I was from the beginning to now, where the beginning was just basically black sheep and myself and my family, and to now where there's growing continuous support around the world is just tremendous. And like I said, this is a blessing. I'm sure it's going to continue. I'm positive it's going to continue to grow. And yeah, definitely reaching my number inside is 150,000.
All right, guys, you guys heard it from him. He wants $150,000, and that's his voice. That's his way of getting the story out. So make sure you guys continue to share his petition, please. And the link is on the comments. You guys can see it there. And of course, I post it almost daily. So please go ahead and share that. Let's see. With the audience of people that are tuning in and listening, what would you like to say to all your supporters?
Same thing like always. I appreciate the support. To be able to actually have this Facebook Live event and able to talk to people around other countries is a blessing. People that actually heard about my case and continue to spread it, whether it's word of mouth or through social media, that's a blessing. And so I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for everyone. It's crazy how through this time, just saying it's been over 3 years, been incarcerated, wrongfully incarcerated, who I've met along the time, and people I would have never encountered if it wasn't for this. And that's something I look out as far as the positive mindset is, you know, if this wouldn't happen, I would have never met great people along the way. And I think those people know what I'm talking about. I don't want to kind of single anyone out, but, you know, that there are a lot of angels out there, I could say. And without those people that came along the way, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. Also, I want to thank my lawyer, Jake Lockard, for fighting real hard for me, Catherine Zellner for believing in me, and it's just a tremendous blessing to have you guys here fighting for me and fighting for my innocence.
All right, Daniel, that's really good. If the governor, Kevin Stitt, is listening or possibly will watch this later on, what would you like him to do for this new year in 2019 when he takes office for Oklahoma as the next governor?
I pray to God that really the politics doesn't come involved that much. The politics in my case is very high, as people know, as people get to really understand my case. And hopefully he's able to review my case, look at the facts of my case, look at the evidence of my case, and be able to dissect it and be able to understand how all this transpired. And so I pray to God that he's not politically affected so much that he can't do that. And so I pray that he listens to my case and makes the right decisions to overturn my case or give me that retrial that I deserve.
Okay. And let's see, there's a few questions that I saw that people have posted. I was going to look again to see what the other ones were. Is there anything else that you want to say while you have an audience of over 160 people tuning in right now, and obviously more people are going to be watching this as this gets posted, but I saw that there's a link for donations for Daniel's Continue Fight for Freedom, so please go ahead and donate if you can. We appreciate every single dollar that has been donated already, and then that will happen here soon. Daniel, go ahead. Is there anything else that you would like to say before?
Yeah, just in closing, just real quick, if I could just remind you guys to please continue to spread the case out, whether, like I said, it's word of mouth or through social media. That stuff helps. I see you guys' Facebook comments, your guys' comments on YouTube. I see all of that, and I'm very blessed to have supporters be able to send me that, and I'm able to see it. So the biggest thing, like I said before, is that the sympathy factor, I don't want that. I want people to be angry. I want people to be upset because, honestly, that's what fuels my fire, anger, rage. And so I know that sounds bad and maybe, but I have enough I have enough rage to fuel an army. And so that's enough for me to fight and continue on. But I ask that you guys put that anger and that fight towards, spreading the truth about my case and spreading it around, because slowly but surely it's snowballing effect. It's continuing to grow. People are hearing about it, and I see the comments continuously each day saying, well, I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that. And you got to understand how all this transpired and how it unfolded and how the media played and manipulated the public's perception. So please continue to fight for me. Thank you for keeping my case alive. Thank you for keeping me alive, and continue to grow. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And I know you just did a weight meet, not recently, and did you want to discuss that a little bit, or?
That's just something I'm probably going to touch back up on later on if you guys can tune in. I plan on doing an update about, the being a Holtzclaw, and how athletics and the competitive nature of everything kind of helped me to succeed in life. And I kind of want to touch on that and down the road about the media frenzy label about being a narcissist. And people that never met me, people I never had a conversation with want to put that label on me because due to the size of, how big I am and whatnot, I'm a humble guy. I'm not that quote-unquote meathead or what people want to put that stereotype on me. So I plan on doing an update, and if you guys can tune in, I definitely would love to share that with you guys.
Okay. And someone asked about, let's see, I guess the weightlifting obviously is a good way for your outlet, both mentally and physically in there. And
yeah, it's in prison you definitely want to stay in a good routine, and the two things that you can control is basically your physical being and your mental mind. To kind of make things short, in athletics, I use a lot of training and knowledge and experience of what I've gone through in athletics. A lot of well-known speakers, a lot of experts, Navy SEAL guys that came in and talked to us, and I take that, what they said, and I still remember it to this day, and I put that in effect to continue and fight each day and help me stay mentally strong. The psychological aspect of prison is it can drain you, so to be able to stay mentally strong is the first thing probably in priority, because your mind is before your body.
yeah.
And so I definitely use that experience to keep me going. I still want to continue and chase my competitive nature as far as my dreams and goals of being a bodybuilder, pro bodybuilder when I get out. So I'm continuing to work out, and those are my goals when I get out.
Daniel, another comment that just came through, Cami Rispress, she said, "You have inspired me to be a criminal justice major. I believe in your freedom, Daniel."
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Like I said, God has put me through this, and I believe it's for a reason. And when I get out, I am going to fight for everyone that's wrongfully convicted. If I have that stage and that platform, I'm not going to shoot it off to the side. I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to help fight for others. So you better believe that. And thank you. Thank you again for your support.
And a lot of people, there's an address that we're going to be posting as well for if you want to continue sending letters to Daniel. He appreciates them. And let's see. Well, Daniel, it's probably going to cut off right now. So let's see. Is there anything else you want to say, or we're good right now?
I think we touched up on everything again,
okay.
Guys. Have a happy New Year's. Love all you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for supporting my family. Thank you for believing in me. And I'm looking forward to this year. And I think a lot of big things are going to happen. So thank you again, guys, for tuning in.
Thank you, Daniel. We love you. So many people around here love you. Keep fighting.
All right.
All right. I love you. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.